there's many opportunities in Canada. It's a very strong economy, but it could be much stronger.
Who is Mark Carney? Can he save the Canadian economy? He got his bachelor's at Harvard and then went to Oxford for his master's and PhD in economics. Carney then goes to work at Goldman Sachs, the second largest investment bank in the world, for 13 years, and climbed his way up to becoming the co-head of sovereign risk and executive director for debt capital markets. This is the kind of work that I do, but on the legal side of it. Carney then left GS to join the Bank of Canada and left for the Department of Finance in Canada. Here, he's directly working with the economic and financial issues for Canada. Essentially, all this smart stuff about economics that comes out of the president or the prime minister's mouth is actually from departments like these. It's like the engineers that actually work on the iPhone while Steve Jobs takes all the credit for it. What I find most impressive about Carney's career is that he was the governor of the Bank of Canada in 2008 during the financial crisis. The governor of the Bank of Canada is sort of like the US chair of the Federal Reserve, who's Jerome Powell right now, in that they formulate monetary policy and play around with interest rates. After leading Canada out of the financial crisis, he went to do the same in England during Brexit, and then he came back to Canada to help Trudeau during COVID-19. Then he went back into the finance bro world, where at Brookfield, he pushed a lot of green, renewable, and ESG stuff. Great career, and I'm sure he made a lot of money. Carney started off as an academic and then went into the financial industry, and even by conservative estimates, he's pretty rich now. So the question is, do we need another rich banker in politics? I actually think this is the sweet spot for politicians. The salary for the prime minister in Canada is around 400 grand, which is similar to what the president of the US makes as well, but it's completely insignificant for the amount of influence that these positions hold. Just for reference, it costs over $1 billion a year for the Secret Service to protect the US president, and they're paying him 400 grand a year. Most world leaders, they make millions after their political career anyways, just from consulting, writing books, and making speeches. The 400 grand salary, it's really just symbolic. But I think it's good to have a pretty rich, not ultra rich politician, because they can't be bought off. Overall, I'm optimistic about Carney. I think the stars have really lined up here. I thought with Trump's victory, the Conservatives in Canada would sort of ride this wave and the anti-Trudeau sentiment would win out. But the tariffs by Trump sparked this interesting Canadian nationalism. And when Trudeau responded to that, he really stepped up against Trump, and he stepped down at the right time to make room for Carney. And having Carney with his decorated CV and coming up as a liberal with more conservative fiscal policies is a timeline I didn't see coming.
Suddenly I see Canada's involved where they're going to get a piece of them.